In Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Go! 70, Indy. The 46-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go! Shoot!
On 2nd and 7, Vick. He completes it to Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richard. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Let's go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Exit. Ready.
Throwing again. Vick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
On the set.
Mike, 45.
Hey, box drop.
45 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check Mike.
Get it.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. That looked to be the run-pass option. He made the right decision, turned it into a great game.
He certainly did, and I did that play along with him. In my mind, I could see that hole open and go ahead and pull it and go. The difference, his young legs gained yardage. My old mind, you know I would have gotten swarmed under right at the line of scrimmage. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Vick. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw on 2nd down, Richard. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Richard. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Richard. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first and 10, Richard, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On second down, it's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a second and long. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Smith trying to run for it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 27. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution, because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Oh, you got deep?
Deep rip.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Yo, go. Hit it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here we go. 60 or.
Let's go.
Get it.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
From the gun, Vic. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get it.
That's caught inside the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Richard. This is caught. And he's brought down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Looking to throw. Richard. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst. As the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, able to avoid him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Here we go. Set. It's an 18 gator.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Yep. Shoot.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Bravo. Fight.
First down, Vic. That's complete to Darbo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
To throw again on second down. Vick looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Payne. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the run, this is Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Vick readies to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Hey, watch your leg.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Indy.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. 4 down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got it to Hilton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Richard gets it off to Freeman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. It's Ramos. Touchdown, Falcons! As his guys are in for 6, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run again with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Freeman again. Freeman a first down and more. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check your hot read.
Here's the 2nd and 7. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw here to Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he coughed it up. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Jones has it. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here I come again.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 50-60 outlaw.
Oh, yeah.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Vick. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what?
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gano for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Down. 70. Indy.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.